All right, my friends, thank you for joining me. This is David Ha'ivri. Today, we are reviewing a very beautiful historical map that I found online, a beautiful map of the city of Jerusalem that was drawn and published in 1935. It was drawn by a German artist whose name was Bernard Gower, and it was published by a Jerusalem publisher whose name was Bolus Afif. 1935, that's 85 years ago, but the map is still very relevant to touring in Jerusalem. And we can see many places. We can use it today for the old city of Jerusalem, surely, just like any other map. Although it looks a little crunched, the north and south look a little pushed together, referring to the old city of Jerusalem. And but the shape is right, and we can see the dark line all around this orange-pink area is the walls of the old city of Jerusalem. The old city of Jerusalem, the length of the wall of the old city of Jerusalem is 4 kilometers, and the space of the old city is 1 square kilometer. That's not very big. It's a pretty small place, but it's a very, very significant place for so many people around the world. There is so much history and religion and spirituality, and it's so much to talk about in the city of Jerusalem. We could go on for hours and hours. But today in this tour, I thought that we would use this old map of the city of Jerusalem to learn a little bit about the gates of the old city of Jerusalem. So I'd like to pose a question to you. How many gates to the wall of the old city of Jerusalem are there? While you're thinking about that, can you tell me who built the old city of Jerusalem? Not the old city. Well, the old city has been built for thousands of years. It's layers upon layers of structures that were destroyed and built upon and so forth, and many different cultures and religions that controlled the city throughout the years. But regarding the wall of the old city of Jerusalem, if your guess was that King David or King Solomon built the walls of the old city of Jerusalem that we see today, you're far off. The walls of the old city of Jerusalem, as we know them today, were built 500 years ago by the emperor, the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire, Suleiman the Magnificent, only 500 years ago. But they have stood there for 500 years, and they beautify our holy city. Now, getting back to our question, how many walls, how many gates are there in the walls of the old city of Jerusalem? Here our map is faced north. The top of the map is north, and we can go around the walls of the old city of Jerusalem, which is this dark line around the pink-orange area. I asked my kids, I said, how many gates are there to the old city of Jerusalem? And they naturally said 10, but they were wrong. There aren't 10 gates to the old city of Jerusalem. There are 10 gates to the Temple Mount, which is in the old city of Jerusalem. And they knew this because they have participated in Sivuv HaSha'arim, a monthly event walking around the gates of the Temple Mount of Jerusalem, the mountain where the great Temple of Solomon stood. There are Jewish people who gather every Rosh Chodesh, the first of every Jewish month, and they walk around the gates of the old city. They walk around the gates of the Temple Mount, stopping at each one of the gates and saying a prayer. That's regarding the Temple Mount, and the Temple Mount is in the old city of Jerusalem. It's here on the southeastern corner of the old city of Jerusalem is the Temple Mount. That is 144 acres, or hectares, or dunam. Yeah, it's dunam. It's not acres. A dunam is about 1/4 of an acre. But here we're talking about the walls of the old city of Jerusalem, which again is this dark line around the pink-orange area. If your guess was that there are 8 gates to the old city of Jerusalem, you are right. And if your guess was that there are 7 gates, you're right as well. There's one gate that is blocked. That is the Golden Gate, or Shar HaRachamim, the Gate of Mercy, on the eastern side of the Temple Mount. This gate The wall of the Temple Mount on the eastern side and on most of the southern side is also the wall of the old city of Jerusalem. And on the eastern side of the Temple Mount there is a gate that is blocked, that we cannot enter at all. It's been blocked for centuries. It's called the Golden Gate, or the Gate of Mercy, Shar HaRachamim. But if we count the gates that are open in the old city of Jerusalem, we will reach 7. So let's start in the north at the most magnificent gate, the one on the middle of the northern wall of the old city of Jerusalem. In English it's called Damascus Gate. Again, we are viewing a beautiful map that was published 85 years ago. Here we see the Damascus Gate. In Hebrew it's called Shar Shechem, the Nablus Gate, or the Shechem Gate, because it's in the north. In Arabic it's called Bab el-Amud, because there was a pillar that stood here at this gate. We'll talk about that at a specific visit to the Damascus Gate, or the Bab el-Amud, which is the same. Anyway, going from the northern gate, the Damascus Gate, which is the most magnificent gate of the old city of Jerusalem, and what a coincidence, the street just north of the Damascus Gate is named for Suleiman the Magnificent. So the Magnificent Gate is at the street of Solomon, Suleiman the Magnificent. Going from the Damascus Gate to the east, we will come by the Herod's Gate, which in Hebrew is called Shar Prachim. Then we come to the northern east corner of the old city of Jerusalem. There is a tower here that is called Kisser Laklak, which means the Seagull's Gate. Why it is called the Seagull, not the gate, is the Seagull's Tower. I'm not sure why it's called that. I'm not sure if anyone really knows. Going to the south, we come to St. Stephen's Gate. That's what it's known to by the Christians. We'll talk about that again in another visit. The Israelis, we call this the Lion's Gate, Shar HaArayot, because of the lions of Bibras that are shown, carved in the stone outside of the gate. And here we reach the Temple Mount. We've got the Golden Gate, that's the 8th gate that is blocked. We come to the southern side, and we reach the Dung Gate, which is in the middle of the southern wall of the old city of Jerusalem. This is the closest to the western wall. Then we come to Zion Gate, which is the connection from Mount Zion to the old city of Jerusalem. You can see that Mount Zion is outside of the walls of the old city of Jerusalem. Many have asked why, and we'll address that question when we visit Mount Zion. We go to the north on the western wall of the old city of Jerusalem. This is not the western wall of the Temple Mount, but the western wall of the old city of Jerusalem. Has no special significance being a western wall. It's just on the western side of the old city of Jerusalem. We come to the Tower of David fortress and Jaffa's Gate. I imagine that many of you are familiar with Jaffa's Gate. We're going north towards the city hall, and here we turn to the east on the northern corner of the northwest corner of the old city of Jerusalem, and we reach the New Gate. Why do you think it's called the New Gate? Because it's new. It was built in the end of the 19th century in order to allow passage from the Christian quarter to the Christian monasteries that were built outside of the old city of Jerusalem. And that, my friend, bringing us back to Damascus Gate, where we began. We have made a quick run-through tour around the old city of Jerusalem. The length of the walls of the old city of Jerusalem are about 4 kilometers. Most of the top of the wall is accessible for a walk around the walls of the old city of Jerusalem. I would love to do that with you together. Let me know when you can make it to Jerusalem, and we will walk around the walls of the old city and see the sights from the walls into the old city and from the walls around the old city, to see the entire beauty of the city of Jerusalem. Anyway, my friends, that was our short visit on this beautiful map that was published in 1935 and is available on Idea Rare Maps. I have no relationship with this website, but the maps, prints of these maps are for sale on the website if you really want to buy one. They're not too cheap. This map cost nearly €200, and it's not the cheapest map on the site. There are a whole load of historical maps here of places all around Asia and Europe and Arabia and many places around the world. It's really a lot to learn here, and we might come back to this website and enjoy some of their maps again. Be well, my friends. I look forward to reading your comments, and so let me know what you think, and see you here in Israel. Shalom.